Hi everybody. Hello. And things are gonna be interesting because I am doing cover two people and two people here. Both of them are basically Gertrude and Austin. Consider I know you guys haven't really got to know Gertrude yet. So she's actually a side character that is gonna go from side character to main character. So yeah, you can underestimate if you want, but just me. It's just a side character right now, so she'll only in time she will. She won't show it up when she's not the main focus. So, because main characters are the main focus, she isn't the main focus to me at the moment. I'll turn main character in 2026. Okay, that's fair enough. So about Austin. Austin will be first. Consider, you know, it's kind of complicated, and I will turn off voice changer again, just so you guys know that I'm going into the lore, so you guys can hear about the book, okay? It's just a book, okay? So, 3, 2, 1.
Anyways, hello everybody, and yeah, this is my real voice again. I know last time you heard that it was really meta, like seriously, and it's just really honest. So, each chapter will be on its own with like color changes and stuff, so be prepared for that. So, chapter 1, let's talk about. I'm gonna talk about. He was born the oldest of his adopted brother and his younger brother. Um, he had to take responsibility early on with, like, he has to take care of his little brothers and, that kind of stuff that you normally would expect from, like, a female or something like that. He ended up developing a bond with, like, kids and stuff, so it is just his nature. So it's kind of like he has full custody of the kids. It's not because he wants money, it's just because he doesn't want them to end up what he had to deal with. So yeah, so it's kind of why. And I know some of you are going like, yeah, he's taking care of 6 kids by himself. Not technically not by himself. His parents are helping him out a little bit whenever he's actually need to go to work, which is like about 5 days a week, which is school. He's actually just a math teacher and a sub to choir teacher, basically. I know some of you are really expecting him to have a job of some like being a maid or something like that, because I mentioned he's a house parent, but he does have a job, and on weekends he always spend time with his kids. So yeah, that's in case you need to know that. His parents, on the other hand, are more working at the weekend, so his parents most time are at home. They're in a higher position than he is, so it's kind of why I mentioned that. His parents are great, by the way. Chapter 2, I know I'm making these short as possible so you guys can enjoy your day much quicker. So it's kind of why I'm shorting it, because last time I was rambling for like, I don't know, like 40 minutes or something like that. So it's kind of why I'm shorting it. I know my mic is louder than usual. That's because I have new headphones. The other ones, yeah, they gave up. So yeah, I'm wearing my new ones. So yeah, it's kind of why I'm talking louder than usual. So yeah, you can hear my voice better now. So without any background noise covering my voice. So we good. Anyways, enough about me. Austin. Is there anything that I didn't tell you guys about him before? No. His kids, yes, but well, explain a bit when it comes to like if I'm doing an episode where it's the future, like 16 years later or something like that, I'll do those. I'll explain it. But right now, I think at the moment, until I could figure out what I could do with the other characters, I can't really do much. But Austin is if you guys seen like what stuff that you guys didn't know about him, he actually supports women a lot, believe it or not. Despite being a house of mostly boys, trust me, but he's even in fact, well, he was protective of anybody. Well, he used to. But when his yeah, I'm gonna mention this again, only like a couple times because it's lore. His ex-wife was the reason he couldn't really stand up to anybody anymore. Yeah. Austin, ex-wife was really terrible, but I'll explain that. Yeah, I already explained like a while ago, like what stuff she says, like with one short. So, hope you understand why his military best friend, who was still alive, by the way, was defending him over her. It's because Tay knows what's going on in his like personal life. She didn't have to like pretend anything. She just already knows by looking at facial expressions. She knows he's not really good at lying, so I know some of you thinking Tay is going to become the placement of Gertrude. No. Then Tay and Austin are just best friends, so it's kind of why you see them act like see that she is defending him over her, because she knows him a lot more than her, but she knows something's wrong with the ex-wife, basically. The Austin had didn't go through a lot of trauma or anything, except for just sometimes he knows that people are not going to believe him because he's a man. That's the only trauma he went through. So, yeah, that's about it. But after like the military, things went from like okay-ish to he has to like be really protective of his kids, basically. Just within like 10 years, something like that. So basically, that's kind of why you see him with his only son over. The reason why I never bring up what his ex-wife looks like, because she will just look like a typical like woman. But the only difference is like she is a terrible human being and she's younger than him. But problem is she isn't good at telling the truth, and she'll always manipulate basically. That's kind of why I never bring back the ex-wife of his. Reason why it said wife at the time, because it was about time that you guys know that he was not single and just, in fact, he was married at the time when he basically couldn't defend himself a lot. And now some people are going to be like, how does he not know how to defend himself? Just by being military and being tough-coated with emotions from taking care of his two younger brothers. It's think of him as a woman getting his mind is a sensitive word, so I'm gonna say this non-casually abused by a man. Just think of the wife getting abused by a husband, and the victims despite sometimes being knowing well. Sometimes, like the even greatest people can like feel their emotions being punched to where just they can't speak up. So it was kind of why you saw Tay speak up for him, not himself. Like I want to show like I understand like there are victims out there, so I figured like to try to show that I do support victims in a specific way. So that's it. In chapter 3, what did we get to see what his parents look like? I'm not gonna show them yet because it's not a good time, and I might show it in December. I'm just gonna say that next month. But however, I want to give like my fans time to like tell like what OCs they prefer me to show before I reveal his parents, because that would be a lot nicer, something like that. So it's kind of why I'm not reveal his parents immediately. And also, yes, Austin struggled struggle with his daughters. Yes. It's a lot trickier because he never had to like raise a girl before, so it's kind of why so in case you're wondering if the future's gonna look like his daughters gonna interact him more kindly, and they might. It just depends on the personality they have. Oh, that guy. Basically, and also I think of like maybe I think about it because I know there's other things to work with them on. But I might eventually go back to the medieval kids. Now, chapter 1 for Gertrude. I know you're wondering, why am I talking about side character? Has to be main character next year. I want to like get away like the person like info more, because I kind of give like an ish kind of info for her first, because well, side characters don't need that much info, but in case you really wonder what this side character info is, like why is hers like very shortened, that's because side character and I haven't really thought of much. Because I know side characters are not usually there for very long, and I'm planning to make this one a main character eventually, as I figure I don't want to end up making a mistake and keep this one as a side character, because who knows if I'm going to need to bring back more of the relationship, and some people are going to be wondering who want to know this character more. So it's kind of why I'm going to probably make her a main character next year. So basically, Gertrude, what does she do for a living? She actually does construction working. Believe it or not, she does construction working. And she's basically well respected in her town um, where, yeah, her parents kind of underestimate her a lot because she's a girl, not because she has a disability or anything. So yeah, that's basically. I know I'm not making her a Barbie figure. I'm just trying to make her own personality and stuff. And also, she is the only child. So yeah, you could probably expect that she doesn't know what siblings are like. So, and also, yes, she is Jack's best friend. Believe it or not. And I know some people did question about Tay and Jack relationship thing, but I tried to go with like make their relationship just for Austin, so he isn't like very lonely and very sad. I know I could have like make him more independent by him being single, but I just couldn't think of much at the time. So basically, and ignore the background noise, so don't worry about it. So, if you're wondering, is she gonna show up more in December? No, she's actually just not gonna be showing up at all. As I don't want to move on eventually and get to other characters. So, and plus she's just a side character at the moment, so I ain't gonna like focus on her completely. I know I have a lot more main characters and side characters, but there's a lot to think of at the moment.
Okay, now the footage is back on, and gonna end the video here. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and have a good day, and see you guys next time.